All right, breaking in just at game time here. Had a little slower than normal setup today is Matt Ratley in his usual leadoff spot. Going to take a ball on the first pitch he sees. Kind of set this up a little more here for y'all in just a few minutes. Let's go ahead and get through at least Rat's at bat. Going to take another ball off of the mark there. I apologize here, getting myself still set up just a tiny bit. All right, so 2-0 here. Again, Matthew Ratley in the box, leading things off. Next pitch he sees is going to find the zone. As I try and look through this lineup here, this is Whiteley going to be on the bump for Kemp. Next pitch to Matt, going to be off the zone again, going to be in the hitter's count, 3-1 here. Lefty looking to start things off with a bang for the Panthers. 3-1 pitch, and that one's also going to be off of the zone, so that is going to be a walk. And the leadoff man will be aboard here for Mabank. We'll now bring up the two-hole hitter. 2 in the lineup, 2 on the jersey. Number 1 in your hearts. Maddox McCrossan, the Mad Dog. So, again, going to be Whiteley on the mound today. I'm going to have to look and see if I can get first names. I've only got last names on the paper I was given. First pitch to Maddox, going to be a strike. Thought about swinging at it, decided to check up. Oh, 1 pitch. That one going to be tapped through the gap between second and third. And that'll be a push-over single there for the Mad Dog. Put runners on first and second now. Bring up the third man in the order. Going to be Quade Green. So Mabank sticking kind of with the typical starting group tonight, at least at the top of the order. Quade going to be playing in left field tonight. Of course, Matt and Maddox going to be playing in their usual spots of catcher and shortstop, respectively. First pitch going to be off the zone for a ball there. Green got a good opportunity here with nobody out. Couple men on in the early going here to kind of put this one in Mabank control early. Pitcher comes set, checks on the lead runner. Now showing bunt is Green, pulls back, going to take it as a strike, but it'll be a double steal. How about that? So I'm just realizing there's really not a ton of difference between my 2 camera angles tonight, folks. Unfortunately, just with the way we're set up, it's the way it's going to be, but can at least give you a little bit more down the lines with that other angle. So 1-0 now. Green getting comfortable in the box, waits for the next pitch, and that one going to be in the dirt. Catcher actually did a pretty good job of blocking it, even if he had to take a second or two to figure out where it was, but got that foot in the way. Keep it in front, keeps Mabank off the board for now. So 2-1. Next pitch going to be at the top of the zone for a strike. So evened up here. Junior corner outfielder stepping back into the box here. Again, pretty decent opportunity to get this thing rolling early. Next pitch, that one going to be lifted high up in the air. Left fielder going to be able to nestle underneath of it, but you already knew Ratley was checking up. Throw was just slightly offline, but probably wouldn't have been in time anyway. So just like that, we've got our first point of the ball game.
Coming in hot! Yeah! Home sweet home!
get this corrected real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Just realized I had the wrong scoreboard on here. There we go. So Mabank taking the 1-0 lead. Going to be the 4-hole hitter here. Is that Witt? It is. Jackson Whitaker going to take a ball on the first pitch he sees.
Come on, let's go.
Ooh, next pitch. Close in the zone. So 2-0. Mad Dog standing on third over there still. And swing and strike there. So I realized I didn't put that out on the board. Apologies. So 2-1 now. Witt still in a good chance here. All he needs to just make a little contact here. Probably brings a run home. Next pitch going to be high around the eyes. So 3-1 now going to be the count. And by the way, I also don't really have room to take full stats like I normally do, so it's not going to be quite as stat-tastical as usual here. 3-1 pitch, and that one going to catch just the outside of the zone there. Really, really good pitch there from Whiteley. So payoff pitch going to be on the way here, and it's going to be lifted high in the air somewhere back near the concession area. But yeah, here's that other view. You see, you can at least see down the first base and third base lines a little bit better. I'll try and keep working on it throughout the night, see if I can get you something even a little bit better. So another 3-2. And this one going to be close in by the hands, and that'll be a walk. So we'll now bring up Gunnar McGilvra, number 5 in the order, number 6 on the jersey. Playing position number 5 tonight as well. And for anybody that doesn't speak baseball number positions, that is third base, the hot corner, a.k.a. his typical spot. First pitch is going to be tapped foul, so Whitaker had broken from first, going to have to retreat back. Gunnar should be good and loose in the shoulders today. Spent some time on the links this morning before making it out here to the diamond, so life of a baseball or of a high school superstar right here. Playing a couple of different games in a day. Pitch he sees is going to be out of the zone, and actually kind of turned into a little trickeration there for Kemp. Is actually threw to the shortstop instead of the second base. Almost had a play to get Mad Dog there from third base coming in, but either way, he turns into one of these.
Woo! Coming in hot! Yeah! Home sweet home!
So 2-1 now. Runner standing on second base. 0-1 pitch. Showed bunt, pulled back. And takes the ball on the outside. So 2-1 count now. And now again going to show the bunt, but ends up going back in behind, banging off the backstop. We'll even things up 2-2 now. See Cooper Klein, or excuse me, not Cooper, Carter Klein. I do that all the time. Making his way back there. He is playing in the field tonight, so we'll see him bat coming up next. Next pitch, as you saw, was out of the zone, so 3-2 now, all full for Gunnar McGilvra. Whiteley comes set, checks on the runner. And it's going to be lifted high in the air. It's going to be lands somewhere over in the softball field, right around the pitcher's mound. As for anybody that doesn't know, it's a little bit tighter area here in Kemp. So another 3-2 coming. And that one going to be smoked but foul. So Gunner starting to feel it, getting on top of the ball a little bit. So another payoff coming up here. Sets, runners going, and McGilvra going to kind of golf it, and it'll get down. And because Whitaker took off and nobody able to range that ball, Whitaker ended up with a huge lead, and just like that, it's another one of these.
Coming in hot! Yeah! Home sweet home!
All right, so 3-0 now. Still just the one run, or excuse me, the one out on the board. I was, again, trying to get the first names of these boys here from Kemp. And no, unfortunately, they don't have their roster available with on Max Prep, so don't have first names here, so it'll be a last names only for Kemp, and I do apologize about that. If I wasn't a hack and a fraud, I probably could have figured that out sooner than right when the game started. But in my defense, I was hanging out with Jet McCrossan, and Jet's a lot cooler, so I like hanging out with him. All right, so as I mentioned, Carter Klein, the next in the order to bat, takes a strike on the first pitch he sees. And runner is going. Klein going to take one on the outside for a ball. So double positive on the play for Mabank as Klein will pull even in the count, and Whitaker, or no, excuse me, not Whitaker. I'm losing myself here, y'all. Gunner. Gunner moves up to third base. Next pitch. Now that one's going to be a strike. So Klein's watched a few go by. See if the sophomore shortens up the swing. Y'all know me. It takes me a minute to get into this. By the bottom of the second, I'm usually all right. Next pitch, going to be high and outside. So that'll even the count now, 2-2. And again, Klein doesn't need a whole lot to put an RBI on the board. Man standing just 90 feet away. Next pitch is going to be a swing and a miss. So that'll be out number 2 of the inning. As Whiteley going to pick up his first strikeout of the night. And that will now bring up the Big O senior first baseman, Tucker Davis. Big Tuck now with the chance for the RBI and keep the inning alive for the Panthers. 2 gone, man on third. First pitch here to Tuck, going to be a breaking ball, bit pretty sharply down into the zone, but not quite enough as it'll be called a ball. One-0 pitch, and that one going to catch the corner of the zone for a strike, evens things up now. Whiteley comes set, delivers, and Tuck going to hit a line shot, and that is going to fall down in center field. It had a lot of backspin on it, ended up kind of skittering away from the center fielder, but either way, it's going to be another one of these right here on the board.
Coming in hot! Yeah!
Oh, dadgummit, I'm sorry, Matt. That was my fault, y'all. I hit the wrong button, ended it too fast. I'll get you back. I will get you back. And this will now bring up Cullen McFall. Another sophomore on this squad here. First pitch he sees going to be high in the zone, but in the zone regardless for a strike. See, you got Tuck out there. Where's Cullen at tonight? Let me see. Oh, Cullen going to be on the mound tonight. All right. We'll see what the 6'4" sophomore's got to say about things, as he is going to check his swing and take a strike there. So he is going to be down 0-2. He's looked pretty comfortable this year hitting in those 2-strike situations. Let's see if he gets another one. And going to take one just on the outside. Tuck took off, so he'll now be standing 90 feet closer on second base. Next pitch is going to be off of the zone again. We'll even things up after a couple of straight strikes. Now I got a couple of balls here for Whiteley. By the way, Cullen, the 8-hole hitter, so if he's able to get on base, Mabank will have batted around in the inning. But alas, he will go down swinging. So Whiteley had a couple of runs put on him, but also had a couple of Ks in the half inning. We'll see if Kemp is able to answer back right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Mosher Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Mosher Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.
Your look matters, and around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City, or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
All right, so back here to it. Panthers able to scratch across 4 runs in the top of the first. So before Kemp is able to even get the bats in the hand, Mabank able to secure a bit of a lead here. But from what I hear, these guys are pretty tough with the sticks in their hands. They're a pretty good hitting squad is what I hear. So going to be a opportunity again for Kemp to try and pull things a little bit closer, if not even. And that's at least what they'll be thinking here. And again, it is going to be Cullen McFall, the sophomore, up on the bump here. Again, I didn't really get to know him as much as I wanted to during basketball season, if we're being honest. You know, there's just there's so many good athletes and so many of them going in and out of the door as seniors this year. It's just kind of been, I feel like it's been a whirlwind. I haven't got to meet everybody as much as I would like to, but I think that's just about every year that I've broadcasted sports. So going to have to figure out a new schedule or new something to be able to get to really interact with these guys, and that is something I've been working on, maybe potentially getting something together over the next couple of years. How about that? How about we move this up a little bit? Huh? Dude, if you got an extra chair, that'd be awesome. I accidentally left mine at home. Thank you, Mr. Green. One of the fantastic baseball dads out here, Jason Green, he realized that I had left my chair at the house. So he is helping a brother out with another chair. Now, here's a pitch. It's going to be knuckled. It's going to stay fair. It does. So how about that? Right behind first base, and the leadoff man going to be on board. That is Johnson. And Kemp, just like the Panthers before them, Jason, thank you very, very, very much, man. Just like the Panthers before them, get the leadoff man on the board, or on the path, and base paths, I guess I should say, probably be a more appropriate term there. Again, Jason Green being my hero tonight. It's done a lot of good for me. Really appreciate the awesome folks that have helped me out. How's the bunt situation? Is McFall going to be able to scoop it up and make the throw over to first in plenty of time? I'm sorry, I was getting myself sat down here. How about I move that camera back over a little bit more? There we go. So again, I know it's a little bit of an awkward angle tonight, folks. I do apologize about that, but just kind of what we've got. So again, runner advanced 90 feet, now standing on second. That was Vollmer that did a job right there. Now Soto, the lefty, who is playing first base tonight, is going to rip one, but it will go foul. So 0-1 on him. And I'm not going to lie to you, if I've seen Cullen pitch this year, I don't remember it. So getting a chance here to do a little work on the mounds. The next pitch is going to be off of the plate. Count is even, 1-1. Next pitch is going to be a laser shot, scooped up in center field by Whitaker and gets it in quickly. But again, Kemp doing a job right here. Move a man over to third, put a man on first, so they will have runners on the corners with just the one out. And this will now bring up Culpepper, who is the man behind the behind the plate tonight. So he digs in for his first set of swings. McFall checks back on the runner at first. Able to get back in plenty of time there with Soto. Culpepper again. Trots up to the box. Has himself set. McFall delivers. That one going to be a strike on the outside half of the plate. So 0-1. Next pitch going to bounce in. Good eye there from Culpepper. Again, gave up 4, as you see, in the top half of the first, but have a real good opportunity to dig into that lead a little bit here, do the Yellow Jackets. Next pitch is going to be low. As you saw there at the end, Soto able to pull in on second base there. Ratley did not fall for the trick. Checked the runner over at third, kept it there. Now, next pitch is going to be called a strike. So again, we'll even things up. 2-2 now the count. So I'm sorry, I never got that last ball on there until just now. It's going to be done. The center fielder on deck. And it's going to be a swing and strike, and that'll be the first K of the night, and first one of these.
He comes winding up on the hill. A breaker on the way. Look at that big dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
All right, so now 2 gone. And again, as I said, this brings up Dunn, center fielder. Got a real tight elbow set here before the swing. Going to take a pitch high around the eyes for ball 1. But yeah, I'm sure y'all can see it. He's got a really closed type stance, especially in that shoulder region. Next pitch he sees, going to hack at. Little behind the pitch. 1-1 is up around the eyes. So McFall will fall behind a little bit here in the AB. 2-1 now the count. Again, 2 outs now. Still no runs on the board, so still a chance for a clean inning. Is this one going to be hit well? Foot ranging over. And does not make the play. Oh, no, excuse me, it was foul. Okay, I was very confused. That kind of lost me. My visual here, I kind of lost it where the dugout was and the chain link and such. So couldn't exactly tell what was happening, but runner from second never checked up, so he came around to the plate. So that's what was my confusion was. So now 2-2. Next pitch going to be a breaking ball, and that will be another punch out just like this.
He comes winding up on the hill. A breaker on the way. Look at that big dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
And just like that, time for another commercial break. We'll be right back after this. Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
All right, I knew something didn't feel right in the last inning, and now I realize what it was. I knew something because I had seen the batting order go through, and I said over there in right field that was Gavin Foote, and it was not. It was Slade Beasley out there in right field, and he is going to be the leadoff man here in the top of the second. Again, sometimes I say things, and they just feel wrong when I say them, and I know I got to go figure out what it is. And it's gotten more difficult. I don't know if he's out there watching, but it's gotten more difficult without my boy JD. Y'all know JD was the one to kind of keep me on the straight and narrow with what's going on. So definitely am missing my cohort here, but he's been doing a great job over there in Cayuga, getting that thing up and off the ground and giving the great folks at Cayuga the kind of coverage they deserved as well. Nobody had ever really, stepped up and made a way to cover them as much as we're trying to do. So, hey, we're working, we're shaking, we're doing some things. And if you're a fan of these guys in orange, well, keep waiting. Maybe there's plans in the works one of these days. We'll just have to keep seeing. All right, so again, we are back to it. Top of the second here. Slade Beasley leading things off. Only man in the order that didn't bat in the top half of the first. First pitch he sees is going to be a bunt, gets it down well, and, man, it just kind of finds a good spot. Excellent throw there from the third baseman, but Slade able to beat it just by a hair. That's Vollmer right there making that throw. And, man, again, that was a laser beam. But they are going to say, again, Slade able to beat it by about a half a foot. So leadoff man aboard again. That is all three half frames so far. I've seen the leadoff man. It was this guy that's up to bat that did it first in the ball game, Matthew Ratley, top man in the order. It's the lefty. Crawls back in, waits for his first pitch. And there again, going to check back on the runner, respecting the speed of Beasley over there. Whiteley comes set, delivers, and Rat going to just knock one where they aren't. Shortstop had made a play over towards second base there. Johnson had started going towards second base to maybe catch the runner, but Rat saw where he wasn't. You actually kind of saw him adjust himself in the batter's box and swing it and knock it right where Johnson had abandoned. So that'll now put runners on the corners for the Panthers with nobody out, and brings up the Mad Dog, Maddox McCrossan. Came around and scored a run in the first inning. See if he can be a part of the offense again here. He's going to show bunt, get it down. No man's land on third, and he'll be safe and puts another one of these around.
Coming in hot. Yeah! Home sweet home.
So runners now on first and second, as again the Mad Dog able to pick up an RBI here on a perfect little bunt down the third base line. Got himself safe and put a run on the board. Now we'll bring up Quade Green. First pitch he saw was well out of the zone. He was showing bunt as well. Getting the signal in here from Coach McCrossan. 1-0 pitch is going to be skied way up in the air. That's close. That's a headache. Right off the metal bleachers back there. So both runners had broke, but got underneath of that one did Mr. Green. So even things up now, 1-1. Not sure if that, well, I guess it would be a designed hit and run there. Next pitch, going to be a breaking ball that falls right into the zone. Man, I was with Quade. It looked like that was going to be around the teeth, but ended up falling down into the zone. That is a good get-back pitch there for Whiteley, excuse me. So down to his last strike. Let's see what he does. And he'll tap one foul, keeping himself alive here. And again, you got Ratley standing over on second. You got the Mad Dog on first. We got the animals. We got the Rat and the Mad Dog on the base paths. Next pitch is going to be off of the zone. So 2-2 now. This Green, as you saw, stepped out. Now steps back in. Gets himself comfortable in the dirt there. Whiteley comes set. Runners going, and Green going to tap it to second. No play at second, but it will advance the runners over. So Mabank will trade scoring position for the out. So again, Green does a job, moves everybody over, and it will now give an RBI opportunity here to the senior center fielder. First pitch to Witt, going to be around the teeth. Jackson Whitaker been a stalwart for this team for a few years now. And you can see the trust he has earned from his coaching staff as he takes a strike here. But there's not a whole lot of center fielders that hit in the cleanup spot, and Witt is that guy. Waiting on a 1-1 pitch now. And breaking ball too high. Didn't bite down enough that time for Whiteley. So 2-1. Witt got that bat high, giving a waggle. Now the pitch going to be inside and a little bit low. So going to be in the hitter's count now. Slowly steps in and gets set. Whiteley doing the same. Next pitch going to be hit high and foul. So we've seen a bunch of foul balls straight back from both squads so far. One thing you can definitely say about this ballpark, you got to love that natural batter's eye out here in Kemp with all those trees back there. Just beautiful looking. The next pitch here to Witt, going to be high in the zone, and that'll be a free pass. So going to have all the ducks on the pond now, and it will bring up Gunnar McGilvra. If I saw right, I think he shot a 66 out on the links today. I think that's what I saw on Facebook earlier. And it looks like Kemp going to want to talk things through here on the mound before we continue on with the parade. And actually looks like they are going to make a call out to center field. So that is done. It looks like it's going to trot up to the mound. That is going to bring number 14. I think it's Trammell. Or it's either Trammell or Trommel. I'm sorry, it's hard to read the handwriting. But number 14 looks like he is going to come in and play left field. And Shu, who was in left field, is going to switch over to center. So, again, it is going to be done getting on the mound for the Yellow Jackets while they give him a minute to warm up. We're going to take a second to cool down. We'll be right back right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network. Tired of rolling your trash can to the road and wondering if the big company's even going to show up? Sick of call centers, excuses, and price hikes from people who probably don't even know where Mabank is? Well, Neighborhood Sanitation is your solution, and they've been servicing Mabank and surrounding areas for over 40 years, priding themselves on being family-owned, local, and on time. From weekly cart service at your house to bigger bins and cleanup trailers for those spring cleaning binges, they've got you covered without the corporate nonsense. Make the switch today. Call Neighborhood Sanitation at 903-887-6711 and keep your trash local. All right, so as you see on the screen, want to again remind everybody, still got about a week or so if you would like to make any last-minute donations to the Cedar Creek Media Order of Athletic Merit Scholarship. It's going to be an athletic scholarship awarded to the funds are going to be split between one male and one female class 2026 senior Mabank athlete as they're going on to college or trade school or whatever it is they're going to be doing. And you can help us kind of boost that fund a little bit. Just scan that code. Drop us a couple of dollary dues there in Venmo. And again, 100% of those proceeds going to be going to those varsity athletes. Applications are closed, and I will be announcing the winners here in the next week or so as well. So Gunnar McGilvra in the box, going to take a strike on the first pitch he sees. Getting done on the mound now. Ooh, he is going to plunk Gunnar McGilvra there. So that will be a hard way to earn a run on the board. I don't know. I feel like runs like that don't deserve a Mosier pop-up. So, Matt, if you disagree with me, text me and I'll do it next time. But I feel like we keep those for the good ones. So 6-0 now, the lead for Mabank. Still got runners all around, and it is going to be the sophomore, Carter Klein, digging in to take a few hacks. First pitch he sees is in the dirt. Ball gets away, and Mad Dog going to be able to get in there, and that one I do feel deserves one of these. So it opens up first base now. And pitch going to be just off of the zone there to Klein. I believe it should be 2-0 now. They only have it as 1-0, but I think it should be 2. Now that'll be a strike. So 2-1 now the count. Yeah, because the first pitch there that Klein saw was in the dirt and out of the way, so. Ball is up and caught just off camera view there. It's Culpepper able to get back, so that'll be a foul out for the second out of the inning. And it will now bring up Tucker Davis. Tuck hit a screamer his first time up. Picked up an RBI. Let's see if he can do it again. First pitch to him is going to be chopped. Shortstop, is going to lose it off of the heel. So that will bring in another run here, and it's actually Mabank trying to squeeze out an extra one as McGilvra got caught for the third out of the inning. So we'll cut the pop-up on that one as well, as it was kind of followed by some bad. But Mabank able to scratch across a few more runs on the board. Let's go ahead and take us a short break, and we'll come back right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056. For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
All right. So we are back here. And, sorry, I was double checking. Coach McCrossan came and asked me if I had it at 8, and I did have it at 8. So I'm glad we got that squared away. I believe they're going to get that corrected over on the board right now. But, folks, something you are seeing correctly, that is number 1 in your program, Gavin Foote. Old Master Shredder out there on the mound. And he is going to get a little go from the bump. And how about this? I like this. It's not a typical place to see the senior, and so he's going to get a chance to do a little work here. It looks like there's going to be some discussion going on here. I got 8. It would have been 9 if, and again, sorry, we're Coach McCrossan, an official, also asking what everybody thinks as the score. But yeah, I think the confusion there was the the second runner being out in that last little situation as Gunner was trying to steal an extra run, quite literally. Oh, I'm gonna have to do.
Why? She wants to play? Come on. Okay, Daisy Ray, come too.
She's not done eating, I don't think. Maybe she is. I don't know.
All right, so there's still some discussion going on here about what the score should be, and again, my uneducated guess here is that everybody was focused on the second out in that last situation where Gunnar McGilliver was trying to push it and get an extra run, because the runner before that had scored. And I apologize, I think it was Jackson Whitaker that was able to score, and then Gunnar was out. But there's seems to be a little bit of doubt about that. So officials still discussing it over there and talking through with the official scorekeeper over on that outside. I would try and whip it over there, but no, my luck, I would just throw off the camera angle for the rest of the night. So, and again, these kind of things, it seems like, oh, well, one run, what does it really matter? Well, there's score situations. There's run rules and those kind of things, so it could potentially affect how long a game goes or anything like that. So, again, it's not that they're being nitpicky or anything like that about one run. I mean, if you earn a run, it should be on the board, but there is real reasoning behind wanting to have that run on the board here. And they're still talking it through. I believe what they are doing right now is they're going through Game Changer and seeing what the situation should be. But I know it's maybe a little bit quicker to go through it in Game Changer, but if they want to see everything exactly that happened, just like you did, they can always pop onto that Mabank Athletics YouTube page. Check out Cedar Creek Media. If you're here and listening to this, you probably are there. If you're not there, you're on Facebook, so we appreciate you. I'm sure that, if we're being honest with each other, folks, we usually get anywhere from for something like this, between like 100 to 300, 350 views, something like that for a baseball game. On YouTube, we'll get anywhere between maybe like 2 to 700-800 on Facebook, and I may get one on Twitch. So if you are there on Twitch, just know I see you. I see it looks like to be the same person over and over, and you are the lone Twitcher out there. So hey, we appreciate you doing that and keeping that platform from being lonely and all by itself. So they've been going around the horn for quite some time now. Matter of fact, Mabank making a game out of this now, and it looks like we're ready to rock and roll. Not sure what the decision was going to be. So looks like they're going to leave it at 7, which, if we're being honest, isn't correct. But, hey, I'm not going to sit here and whine about it. Let me get this corrected. I'm sorry, I've got to go the long way here to change the runs. It's the first pitch here from Foot. Going to be just off of the plate. All right, save. There we go. All right. Next pitch going to be a swing and strike here. Even the count at 1-1. And, yeah, I hadn't seen Gavin not start in right field all year. So, turns out there is a rhyme for the reason. As the next pitch going to be just off of the zone. Next pitch going to be in the dirt. So 3-1 now. His foot sets, delivers, and that is going to be tapped foul. By the way, I never did say this. This is, well, now center fielder Shu. So Shu with the full count. Payoff pitch, and that is going to be a punch out there. First one I've seen from Master Shredder.
He comes winding up on the hill, a breaker on the way. Look at that thing dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So punch out for Gavin. Now we'll bring up Whiteley, the man who started on the mound. Got thrown a strike on the first pitch he saw. And that one going to be tapped foul. So in a good position here is Gavin. 0-2. Next pitch going to be just off of the zone there. So 1-2 now the count. And swing and strike. There's another one.
He comes winding up on the hill, a breaker on the way. Look at that thing dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So 2 gone in the inning, both victims of punch-outs here from Master Shredder, Gavin Foote. If you don't know why I call him Master Shredder, read up on your comic books here. Master Shredder, leader of the Foot Clan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You get some culture in your life. You don't understand that one. 1-0 pitch is going to be a swinging strike there. And by the way, this is man, I cannot read that handwriting. I am sorry, young man, but this is the DH for tonight. Looks like Postleware, something like that. Again, if you're his family out there watching, I am so sorry. And how about that? 3 punch-outs in the inning for the senior. Let's go ahead and celebrate one more of these.
Comes winding up on the hill, a breaker on the way. Look at that thing dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
All right, we'll see if the Panthers can put some more runs on the board right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Mosher Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Mosher Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
All right, back here to it. Coach Jeff Sutton, the girls basketball and boys golf coach, came to talk to me for just a second. I haven't been using these, so let's go ahead and pop one of these up to the plate now.
I'm Gavin Foote. I'm number 1, class of 2026, and I play right field.
First pitch he sees, going to be off of the zone for a ball. Next pitch, going to be just off of the zone as well. So Gavin hitting in the place of Cullen McFall here. The next pitch going to be well high for another ball, so Gavin hadn't even had to take the bat off of the shoulder quite yet. So my little windsock fell off. I have to put that on here in just a second. And next pitch going to be a strike. So able to keep himself alive here is, number 15, Dunn. That's right. And again, going to deliver a strike here. Gavin thought he had the free pass. It's 3-2. And going to be a swing and strike. So it looked like it was going to be a free pass and ends up being an out. So now coming up to the plate is going to be this guy right here.
Slade Beasley, class of 2027, outfield, and number 9.
Windsock back on my microphone real fast. Well, ended up adjusting it with y'all on there anyway. Sorry. So first pitch to Slade, going to be off of the mark. That'll be a ball. 1-0 pitch is going to be hit high in the air down the right field line and ends up getting out of the ballpark. So 1-1 now. Next pitch is going to be kind of a a powerful bunt as it ended up getting back behind the PA box and everything. Just kind of ran in on the hands a little bit there, and I think Slade was kind of protecting himself and ended up getting a big piece of the barrel on it, but not enough to keep it going forwards. Now a 2-1 or a 1-2, excuse me, is going to be just off of the mark. So it's actually 2-2. I'd accidentally hit a ball instead of a strike, but that is now the correct count, 2-2. And next pitch going to be in the dirt. So that'll fill it up now. As you saw running past there, that was Matt Ratley, man on deck, top of the order. As the next pitch is going to be too high, and that'll be a free pass. So Slade going to be standing on first, and it will now bring up Matthew Ratley for the third time in as many innings. Last time up, he kind of slapped it after the shortstop had broken for second. He slapped it right where Johnson had taken off from. Ended up picking some RBIs up on the play. Going to show bunt now. Pulls it back. Ball was in the dirt. Then Slade took off for second. Throw got away, but it was a good job there by the second baseman backing up the throw. So even though it got away from Johnson, ends up not causing any more harm for the Yellow Jackets. So 1-0 now. Runner now standing on second base. And again, that's Slade Beasley standing out there. Next pitch going to be off of the zone. So 2-0 now to the lefty. Beasley doing his dance out there. Now Ratley going to shoot one. Gets past the second baseman. And Beasley not going to stop. And he is going to churn his way in. And there is that 8th run that we were all wanting.
Coming in hot. Yeah! Home sweet home.
All right. right, so Rat does a good job, brings the man home all the way from second. Be standing on first base himself, and that brings up the Mad Dog. Again, third plate appearance in as many innings. And he will foul back the first thing he sees. Didn't give you one for Rat. I'm sorry, Rat, but here, get one for the Mad Dog.
Maddox McCrossan, number 2, 2027.
But Rat knows I love him. He is he's the one I'm most likely to run into outside of these confines as well, as I'm pretty good friends with his daddy, who should be watching us right now. Rick, if you're out there watching, I know you out there working, so appreciate you tuning in, and glad I still get to bring you a little baseball here. It's always funner when you're sitting about 2 feet away from me, though, instead of a couple hundred miles, you know. So 0-2 here. Next pitch going to be low and away. So Maddox stays in the at-bat. Rat took off. They're going to try and throw is going to be behind. So Matthew moves up another 90. And McCrossan finds himself even in the count now. Dunn comes set, delivers. That one going to be high. It's kind of a quick slide step there for Dunn, trying to hurry up and get to the plate. Let's see if he tries to put a little more power on this one. Delivers, and McCrossan is going to foul this one back. That one's going to end up somewhere around the softball field as well. Seen a few of those so far tonight. So full count, Dunn. It's going to lose him. Is the Mad Dog going to watch one sail up and over his head there? So that'll now put runners on first and second for the 3-hole hitter, Quade Green. Last time up, Quade was out on a fielder's choice, but did move runners over. And that was an important job, and he got it done. So Kemp, as you see, wanted to talk about the approach here. Matter of fact, it looks like they're maybe going to be making a change here. Yeah, it looks like what it is going to be. So man on first base is going to be the guy who goes in to pitch. Yeah, he's getting a glove change here. And it looks like Dunn is going to be going to the bench, as he was originally in center field. Okay, now no, it looks like he is going to take off to the outfield. We'll see who he replaces. And, looks like that is, I believe that's number 14. Again, with the handwriting and it being a carbon copy, this is really difficult to read some of this handwriting. I believe that's Trammell. So Trammell comes off. Dunn goes back to the outfield. And it was the first baseman, Soto. So Soto is going to be coming on to pitch here. And I haven't seen who is moving over to first. So if I can get that for you here in just a minute, I will. But while they finish letting him warm up, why don't we take a short break? We'll come back right after this. Or this. All right, so quite frankly, as I look out there, a lot of the kids that were on the field stayed out there. And it looks like the second baseman is going to stay the same there with Butler and shortstop with Johnson. A couple of the outfielders it looks like maybe right field stayed as well. Man, I'm just realizing I was making a big mistake earlier. For some reason, I got Whiteley and Hawkins mixed up. So it was actually Hawkins that started the night on the mound, guys. I apologize about that again. Things were a little different. I mean, this is a nice ballpark in Kemp, but it wasn't built with broadcasting in mind. So some hardships I had to kind of work through at the beginning, a.k.a. trying to get the angles on these cameras right. So I don't normally give excuses, but dadgummit, tonight things were a little awkward and I got thrown off. I'll tell you what doesn't get thrown off right there is Matthew Ratley and Maddox McCrossan, as they're both able to advance up an extra 90 feet. So they will both be now in scoring position. As again, it is Quade Green playing left field tonight, hitting 3 in the lineup, and he is up there right now. 1-0 pitch going to be inside to him, so 2-0 now. But again, it is Soto who started out at first base, now on the mound. He is going to find himself down 3-0 here quickly. That's the big lefty trying to get himself back into it here. Next pitch going to be swung on and missed. Green had the green light. He's trying to make something happen. And next pitch going to be fouled off. Again, I seem to see the signs differently. It is apparently 2-2. Thought that first pitch I saw was a ball, but apparently not. So 2-2 pitch. And that is going to be a swing and a miss. So Green will go down on the strikeout for the second out of the inning. And it will now bring up Jackson Whitaker, cleanup hitter in the lineup. So he does have men, again, standing at 90 and 180 feet away. First pitch he sees going to be well high. Soto comes set, delivers, and that's going to be just off of the zone as well. So 2-0 now. Soto again sets, fires. This one going to be lifted high in the air. Ends up again on the softball field back here behind the baseball fields. So that'll be the first strike of the at-bat. Witt's able to prolong the innings. Gunnar McGilvra standing in the on-deck circle. Next pitch is going to be swung on and missed. Looked like Soto took something off of it that time. Messed with the timing there of Whitaker. So Witt, see him adjust, kind of step up in the box. Now one bounces. Ratley going to have a chance, and he is going to score easily. So put another one on the board.
Woo, coming in hot. Yeah, home sweet home.
All right. So now 9-0, Mabank on top of this one. So still a 2-2 count. or 3-2, excuse me. And now Witt going to pop one way up in the air again. Going to end up out of play. As Jeff Van Horn is the one back there doing the ball shagging, and he almost wore that one on the top of the head. So it'll be another 3-2 pitch. Kemp trying to get out of it. Witt trying to extend. And again, going to foul one back. Oop, didn't need that strike. Put that back on. So 3-2. So that's Carter Klein that came in and out of the camera vision there. He is the man on deck, and it looks like Culpepper and Soto wanting to talk things out a little bit here. Trading out the baseballs as well. All right, so another go at this thing. And breaking ball is going to catch the plate. And so Soto will have a punch out. Mabank will be out of outs here in the top of the third. Leading this one 9-0. Go ahead and take us another short break, and we will come back and see what Kemp is able to do in the home half of the inning right after this on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
Your look matters, and around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
All right, back here to it. Got another pitching change here. It's going to be this guy right here. I haven't got a chance to use this one yet, so let's go ahead and pop this out here. This is the man taking over on the mound here.
Ryan Van Meter, pitcher. My number is 22, and I'm a senior.
Senior pitching specialist Ryan Van Meter. Going to come out and chuck the hard ball around a little bit. So it looks like we've actually got several changes around on the diamond. What do you see? Look, Miss Janae McCrossin helping me out here. So we got Garcia at third, Mad Dog still at short, Quaid moving over to second, Tucker Davis hanging out on first base. Then you got Kaysen Schreier, Jackson Whitaker, and Bryson Morris from right to left field right there. So a couple of changes, and I wouldn't have got them all right without you, Miss McCrossin, so thank you. One of the best baseball moms in East Texas right there. All right, so Van Meter. Going to see if he can meter the response here from the Yellow Jackets. First pitch with some heat there, right above the knees. A little extra emphatic pop there. This is Butler up on at the plate, by the way. Little rollover, toss, and how about that? Nice play, Andrew Garcia into the ball game and taking advantage of the first opportunity he has got. puts an out on the board, and it will flip over the order for the first time tonight for Kemp. So their leadoff man, shortstop Johnson, going to be coming up to the plate. First pitch to him is going to be ripped. Oh, excuse me, and by the way, oh no, actually I was correct. So, man, again, absolutely ripped, and Garcia just in the exact right spot, reacting in the hot corner and able to make it happen. So that'll now be 2 gone in the home half of this 3rd inning. Van Meter delivers. That is going to be chopped foul. This is Vollmer. Started the night at third base, has since moved over to first. Fouled back, as I said, the first thing he saw. 0-1 now. And that one from Van Meter going to be just a hair high. And next pitch going to be a little low and a little away. So Van Meter now going to find himself behind in the count, 2-1. But again, has blown through the first couple of batters. Going to try and make this a short inning. Next pitch is going to dot the zone there. So 2-2. And Van Meter gives another toss. That will be a ball, so it'll fill him up. Van Meter trying to get out of here quickly. Next pitch is going to be low, so he will lose him. So that will extend the inning out at least 1. It brings up the man who has taken over on the mound. This is Soto. So it'll be the first time Van Meter's working against the lefty tonight. Let's see how he responds. And first pitch going to be a little high and a little away. So both these squads with just the one lefty. Of course, for us, it's the guy behind the dish. Throws right-handed, but he bats left-handed. One of those talented kids like that, you know? Next pitch from Van Meter also was a ball, so Soto sitting in the driver's seat here, 2-0. Van Meter working quickly now. That's going to be ripped, and oh man, a hot skip there, and Green just not quite able to handle it. Now Schreier gets it in, play it second, and that will be a legged out double there for Soto. So that'll now put runners on second and third, and Kemp going to be in a good spot here. So, again, Van Meter been power pitching. He's going to see if he can do a little more of it here. Cut this inning in the bud. First pitch to Culpepper. Going to be a ball. Next pitch going to be a swing and strike. This is actually number 16, Espinoza, who is, I guess, come into the lineup. So again, Espinoza now batting is going to take another hack. Couldn't make contact. So Van Meter looking for the punch out here, and he is going to get it.
He comes winding up on the hill, a breaker on the way. Look at that big dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So not quite 1, 2, 3, but either way, Mabank able to keep the board clean. 9-0 as we will now move into the top of the fourth. We're going to take us a short break, and we'll come back, see how it goes right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056. For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
All right, we're going to trade off, y'all. That light was, I know, kind of glaring the picture out. So we're going to trade having the light for just a little minor chain link there on the field, as you see. But I think it'll improve things a little bit here for us as we move into the top half of the fourth. Still going to be Soto on the mound. Looks like the alignment going to stay just about the same here for the Yellow Jackets, that is. And yeah, unfortunately, don't have a walk-up for this guy, as he is a recent call-up, as this is Andrew Garcia. So first pitch he saw was off of the zone, so he will start out 1-0. Next pitch is going to catch a big piece of the zone. We'll even things up at 1-1 now. Soto sets and bounces one in. So that'll be a ball. I did hear a "Let's Go Drew" from the crowd, so I'm going to try and use my, couple of years of college and say that this is probably Drew Soto. The next pitch going to be a big swing and a miss there for Garcia. So 2-2 now. Panthers trying to get the leadoff man on board, and that one ends up skipping off the plate. Not sure if that hit off the umpire or the catcher's mask there. Let me just trying to maybe look up and down the Kemp roster for football and see if maybe I could sniff some of this out. Is the next pitch going to be a breaking ball off of the plate? So that'll be a walk surrendered here. But yeah, the only Soto I see on here is Turner Soto. So I've heard somebody holler, "Let's go Drew," but then I see a Turner Soto on their football roster. So I'm just going to keep saying I don't know. Keep rolling with the last names. Now, I do have a walk-up for this guy right here, one of my absolute favorites.
Number 8, Kason Schreier, outfield, senior.
So Kason Schreier, first pitch he sees, going to be out of the zone for a ball. No outs, runner on first. Soto delivers, and that one will catch a little piece of the zone. You can place that right there every time. That is going to be a hitter's nightmares. It looks like it was off the zone, but got just enough of it to be called a strike, as they actually checked back over on first that time, and the ball got away, and Garcia showing the wheels here, taking off, and makes it all the way up to third base there, as you see. So on the throwing error, Panthers will take full advantage. Now have a runner just 90 feet away from double digits. So Schreier going to have a good opportunity here for himself. And takes a mighty swing there. Had 3 letters on his mind, R, B, and I on that swing. But doesn't quite work out that time for a feller, so he's going to try it again. And next pitch going to be a little chin music. Even things up 2-2. Doesn't need anything major here. Just maybe a little poke to the outfield would work out. 2-2. And that one going to be off the zone. Good eye there from the senior. But any of y'all that have my phone number that know me, if that pitching view is better or if that little bar makes it worse, y'all let me know. I can switch it around for the future innings. And, that time, Kaysen going to watch one catch the edge, and that'll be a punch out. And it'll now bring up Big Tucker Davis. He's already hit the ball pretty hard once tonight. Going to look to see if he can replicate that success. Would equal another RBI for him as he's got a runner again, standing just 90 feet away. Soto sets, delivers, and that one going to be some real chin music, high and inside. Again, Soto sets, deals, and this one going to be hit high in the air, way up there. It's going to stay on the infield. Third baseman going to be able to put the clamp on. So that'll now be 2 gone in the inning. And it will now bring up Ryan Van Meter. This is the 8 spot in the lineup. Been a couple of different guys batting this spot. Cullen McFall did it once. Gavin Foote did it once. And now Ryan Van Meter going to take his first swings. And I said he was kind of a pitching specialist, but here I am being fooled as he is going to swing away. 0-1. That one's going to be lifted out towards right field, kind of in a weird spot, and gets down. So Ryan Van Meter going to try and stretch it out to 2, is going to get caught. He'll be out, but he does earn one of these right here.
Coming in hot. Yeah! Home sweet home.
So it's not all roses that time for Van Meter, but he does get the RBI on the board, gets himself a hit, and he makes the Panthers on top of this one now 10 runs. How about we go ahead and take us another little short break? We'll come back for the home half of the inning right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Moser Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Moser Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.
Your look matters, and around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
So it has been a sophomore and senior kind of night on the mound for the Panthers. Now moving in to take up residency 60 feet 6 away, Jaden Melendez. Again, number 17, Jaden Melendez. Looks like the field is going to be set pretty much the same way other than that. And it is going to be Dunn leading the charge here for the Yellow Jackets in the home half of the fourth. Now, he was wearing number 15 on their football roster. Nathan Dunn also wore number 15. So I'm going to feel confident in saying that this young man's name is Nathan. So first pitch Dunn saw was off the zone. Second pitch as well. So 2-0 here. Melendez sets, deals, and that one going to be a strike. Excellent frame job there as well by Ratley. And again, if you're a college coach out there watching, that guy behind the bump or behind the plate doesn't have a home to play baseball next year quite yet. So I know that will change, but why don't you go ahead and be the first one to give him a ring-a-ding-ding, huh? 3-1. That one's going to be chopped towards second. Quaid going to scoop and toss. That'll be a no-drama first out here for the Panthers. So we'll now bring up Shu. Shu been playing left field, played some center as well tonight. So Melendez with one gone. First pitch in this AB going to be chopped foul way back there. Not so much chopped as popped, but either way, it's going to be a contacted first strike. 0-1 pitch. Going to be a breaking ball. Breaks just a bit too much. Melendez working quickly. Now is going to step off the rubber. Next pitch, that one going to be chopped. Green again, scoop and toss, and again, no drama. And that'll be out number 2 here in the inning. And it will now bring up Easton. I actually heard him holler the first name, but I don't see the jersey number. It looks like that is number 3, Whiteley here. The man that I originally said was on the mound today, and I was incorrect. And he is going to take a big swing and miss on the first pitch he sees. Now we'll foul one back, and y'all got a real good audio snippet of that one as it pretty much banged right off of my little microphone right there. Obviously, it's still okay. We can hear out of it. So 0-2 pitch and big breaking ball. Oh, man. That one was put on a platter there, but I'm kind of off to the side, so I couldn't see if it was a little off, but he's going to try it again and again, not get the result he wants. So Melendez definitely likes to use that curveball as a finishing pitch. See if he goes back to it a third time or sends a little gas. He will send the gas, and he will find the corner, and that'll be another one of those.
He comes winding up on the hill. A breaker on the way. Look at that big dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
All right, so through 4 full innings of play, Mabank on top of this one, 10-0. We're going to go ahead and take us another little short break. Be right back right after this.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Mabank Athletics.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all. Testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
All right, we are back to it here. Got another new pitcher on the mound. This is the guy who started out behind the plate, Culpepper. They only had one, again, I'm just kind of assuming here, folks. I feel terrible just calling these guys by by just their last name. So if I remember right, there was only one Culpepper on this squad. Yes, so I'm going to go with it. We're going to go with Adrian Culpepper here. And again, if I'm wrong to his family out there, I apologize. I'm kind of trying to figure it all out in the process here. So Culpepper going to be on the bump, and it is going to be, who is that? That's number 12 up on the mound. That is Bryson Morris. For some reason, wasn't coming to my brain there. So another one of the seniors on this squad. Bryson has been used as a base running specialist a lot this year as well. But going to get a chance to swing the stick here. First pitch he sees is going to be a breaking ball. Soft towards the shortstop, and it's going to eat him up. It was a soft play. And I think he just kind of got going a little quickly there, as that was Butler. He just kind of got moving a little fast and ended up paying the price for it, as that will put a runner on board. And it will now bring up Parker Curtis. So Parker going to get a chance to step in and swing here. First pitch you see is going to be knuckled back over towards my general direction. So again, Parker been the definition of a utility man this year. Has designated hit, has pitched, has played corner outfield, has played corner infield, and he can catch. So he can really do just about whatever it is you need to do, as he's going to knuckle another one back foul to the softball field there. So going to find himself down 0-2 now. It's Culpepper trying to record his first out of the inning. Delivers one. That's a check swing foul for Parker. And it looks like on deck we've got number 18. That is Rylan McFall. One of the McFells here. I guess that's how you would pluralize that. Next pitch, going to be a breaking pitch that Parker is able to just tap, so he keeps himself alive. I don't even know if he hit the white part of the baseball there. He might have just hit one of those red seams, because it wasn't much of it, but just enough to keep it going. Runner on first, nobody out. Curtis waiting on the pitch. Gets one low. So he will take the first ball of that bat now. 1-2. Turn that crowd noise down there for just a second. Next pitch going to be off of the zone as well. So we'll even things up, 2-2. And another one. Now this one's going to be a hot shot towards third. Play is made at second, and double play is going to be made. So how about that? Able to wipe them both off of the board there are the Yellow Jackets. And just like that, Mabank down to their final out. And again, it is going to be Rylan McFall stepping in here. So Mabank is trying to put some insurance on the board. As again, run rule is 10 after 5. So they're at it right now, but would have nothing to give. As the first pitch going to be a ball here from Culpepper. As McFall taking his first cuts. The second McFall we've seen at the plate tonight. Next pitch is going to be right down the zone. So 1-1. And sticks the count. That one going to be high. All right, there we go. Get that crowd noise back to you. And another pitch that is, going to be right under the numbers and be called a strike. So 2-2. Culpepper sets and going to get the swing and strikeout. And so again, Mabank not going to be able to put any extra insurance on the board, so they are going to need to keep Kemp off the board completely to get done with this one early. We'll see if they're able to do it right after we get back here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Tired of rolling your trash can to the road and wondering if the big company's even going to show up? Sick of call centers, excuses, and price hikes from people who probably don't even know where Mabank is? Well, Neighborhood Sanitation is your solution, and they've been servicing Mabank and surrounding areas for over 40 years, priding themselves on being family-owned, local, and on time. From weekly cart service at your house to bigger bins and cleanup trailers for those spring cleaning binges, they've got you covered without the corporate nonsense. Make the switch today. Call Neighborhood Sanitation at 903-887-6711 and keep your trash local.
All right, and we are back. Got at least a half inning of baseball left in us here. We are seeing a couple of more changes out in the field here. It looks like it is going to be Rylan McFall playing second base now. It is going to be Cullen McFall over at first. Quade Green going to take over at third base. It does, yes, please. And then so Garcia is going to slide over from the hot corner to shortstop. And then it is going to be the same out in the outfield arrangement with Schreier, Whitaker, and Morris going from right to left field. Thank you again, Ms. McCrossin. And one other note, as I don't think that I made, is Parker Curtis going to be behind the plate here, as Ratley's night is going to be finished, at least with the chest protector on. And again, talking about how much of a utility that Parker Curtis is for this team. Literally play anywhere on the diamond. Only thing I think I haven't seen him play so far is shortstop. How about this first pitch from Tucker Davis, who's out on the mound, is going to be chopped over towards second. And the McFall's going to connect there, Ryland to Cullen. And that will be the first out of the inning. As again, that's the one thing I just kind of mentioned it in passing there, is it is the big senior, Tucker Davis, the fireballer, up on the mound. One gone, nobody on here for the Jackets. And swing and strike on the first pitch there to Butler. Bottom man in the order. 0-1 pitch is going to be in the dirt, skips away. So, how about the, you know what? Kudos to this umpire right here. Most umpires, even if the kid's, 30, 40 feet away, will make the kid run over there and get it. This guy says, you know what, I could use the extra steps, and so goes ahead and does it himself. I like a man that, can handle things for himself. That sounded weird. I'm just going to leave that alone, but like it when especially when an umpire can handle his own business. 2-1. Tuck comes set. Delivers. Ooh, they're going to say just off of the zone. Big old pop into the glove, but no dice on the call. So 3-1 now. Trying not to lose him here is Tuck. See if he takes a couple of MPHs off, try and locate. And he is going to lose them, unfortunately. So we'll put a man on. We'll now bring up the top man in the order, Johnson here. He's going to dig in deep in that box. Tucker sets, delivers. First pitch, Johnson going to be well off of the zone here. And next pitch, going to be high. So Tucker trying to get it back in the groove here. 2-0 pitch. And this one going to be hit well, traveling, and gets down. So Johnson going to be able to move the man on first, get him over to second, plants himself firmly on first base now. So Kemp now with a couple of guys on, brings up the two-hole hitter here, Vollmer. Mabank going to be looking for the double play here to get out of this one, it looks like. First pitch going to be high in the zone, but in the zone nonetheless. Yeah, if you see kind of straight in the middle of your screen there, or a little off center, but Garcia playing really close to second base, as that is going to be a swing and strike that time. So Vollmer down 0-2 here. And that one going to be just off of the zone. So, okay, they've got it wrong on the board here in the stands. 1-2 is the count. Not that y'all can see it, but just saw from the ump there. And next pitch going to be off of the zone as well. So it'll be 2-2 now. Davis fires, and that one going to be just off of the zone. So that will now fill up the count, 3-2. Vollmer asked for and was rewarded time. Now back into the box. Tucker, who always works from the stretch. Fires one in and will lose him. So that will load the bases now. So again, Kemp not going quietly here. Need to scratch at least one run across. They are in a pretty decent spot, as it looks like Coach Waxler now going to want to come out here and maybe talk things over a little bit with Tuck. And they are going to make a pitching change, it looks like here. And it looks like it is going to be Quade Green who is going to be slotting over. We'll move over from the hot corner and take over on the mound. So they're going to let him warm up. So while they're letting him get all warmed up, we're going to step away, take another little short break. We'll be right back right after this.
Erosion is stealing shorelines all around Cedar Creek Lake. At Parks Environmental Services, we put a stop to it with riprap, rock-solid barriers that lock your shoreline in place. And that's just the start. From silt fencing and erosion blankets to site cleanup, dirt work, and decorative flagstone walkways, we're your full-service erosion control specialists. When it comes to safeguarding your piece of the lake, trust the name Cedar Creek relies on, Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground. Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, or call 214-693-8056. For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
All right. Back here to it. So I am now clearly hearing Turner. So Turner Soto, the lefty, up to bat. Quade Green in the position to battle here. Going to be a pitch off of the zone on the first one here. One-0 pitch, and that one's going to be ripped, and that is going to bring a run in, maybe two. And no, Kemp is going to hold the runners, so Kemp does what they needed to, put a run on the board. All right, there was a discussion here. It says that we've got a pinch runner in here. All right, so back to it here. First pitch from Quade, going to be off of the zone here. This is number 8, Cole Pepper, stepping in. And, ooh, next pitch also not going to find the zone, so 2-0 now. Green didn't like the call, asked for an explanation. I think he didn't like it, but was satisfied that he got answered. Now this one going to be a rocket out towards right field, and that will get down. So Culpepper going to pick himself up a couple of RBIs, and Kemp going to be able to get men on the corners here. So just like that, now a 7-run ball game, as the Yellow Jackets are coming to life, and I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It looked like Soto was trying to take off and get an extra. I to be honest with you folks, I looked down. I'm not exactly sure what the situation was there. I'll have to go back and watch that one myself, because I just looked up and Soto was at the plate being tagged. So it'll be 2 gone now in the inning. And it brings up, I believe this is Dunn stepping up. There's been a lot of substitutions tonight, so kind of hard to keep it all straight. Is Quaid going to check back over? And yes, in fact, it is Dunn up to the plate. Next pitch, that one going to be located well there by the junior, Quaid Green. So 0-1 now. Quaid taking a little extra time to get set. Kept checking back over to second, but nobody there. Runner only on first right now. Had to take that one off the corner as well. Now this one going to be chopped. Garcia collects, makes the throw over to second. And so again, Kemp able to extend this game out, put 3 runs on the board. And Mabank going to have to go back to work with the sticks here. We'll see what they can do right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Tired of that builder-grade kitchen or bathroom stuck in 1998? Moser Contracting has been remodeling homes around Mabank and DFW since 1995. They specialize in kitchen and bath remodels, flooring, room additions, and custom homes, guiding you from start to finish with real communication, not guesswork. See it in person at their kitchen and bath showroom at 235 North Gun Barrel Lane, right next to Elder Dodge in Gun Barrel City, Texas. Moser Contracting, your one-stop shop for material and install. Call 903-470-8550, where they take the con out of contracting.
When it comes to protecting your water, trust the local pro, Chris Flores with City Backflow. For years, Chris has built his business on hard work, Panther pride, and a commitment to his community. Neighbors know his name, and businesses count on his service. City Backflow handles it all: testing, repairs, residential and commercial, done right and done right the first time. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your water and protect your peace of mind. Call Chris Flores with City Backflow today, 903-471-4558. That's 903-471-4558. City Backflow, proud sponsors of Mabank Athletics.
All right, back here to it. Still going to be Culpepper up on the mound for the Jackets. Going to be Quaid Green leading things off here for the Panthers in the top half of the 6th. Now, I looked over, and at some point there must have been a decision that was made that, yes, Mabank was shorted by 1 run as there's now 11 runs on the ball or on the board, unless I just completely missed one, which is always possible as well. So again, don't have my cohort here, JD Bird, to be keeping me straight. As y'all know, he is pretty good at that, pretty good at keeping this old guy in line. So one way or another, it is 11-3 on the board, and it is again going to be Quaid Green leading things off here in the top half of the 6th. Culpepper still on the bump for the Yellow Jackets, as previously mentioned. First pitch is going to be a strike here in this at-bat. So we'll see if the momentum carries the Yellow Jackets forward a little bit here. Culpepper deals, and that one going to be off of the heart of the zone. So now sticks the count 1-1 here. Next pitch is going to be mightily hacked at there by Quaid. Couldn't make contact, so now going to have to shorten that swing up just a bit. 1-2. And he is going to hit one off of the hands. Slow roller to short, and he is not able to quite handle it there. So Butler going to have a little trouble on the transference there between the hand. So that will now put a runner on first. Nobody out here. And it brings up Jackson Whitaker. First pitch to Witt is a ball, and it got away, and Quaid going to be able to move up an extra 90 feet with no drama there. (1-0) on the way, and that one's going to bounce away as well. And again, Quaid going to take off there. Matter of fact, I didn't move him the first time, so let's go ahead and do it now. So he will be now standing 90 feet away. Mabank, if I know them, are going to be looking to get back into a double-digit lead here. Next pitch going to be high. You know, I'm going to be honest with you folks. I don't know if it's at like any point, you know, full inning point after 5, if it's a 10-run thing, or now we'll be going a full 7 regardless. Don't really bother me too much whenever you get to sit here and watch some pretty good baseball. You don't complain about it. It's 10 after 5, even regardless. Like after this inning, if there's 10, it's still. So it is at any point. That is Senior Master Shredder over there helping me out a little bit. Done a fantastic job as the Booster Club president as well. Mr. Nathan Foote over there. I can tell you he is a hard-working dude, and he has got a couple of hard-working sons that have been an absolute joy to cover over the last 2 years. Of course, I didn't get to see Blaine as much as I would have liked. Only got the 1 year with him, but Gavin's been an absolute delight to get to know. So another pitch here. Ooh, and that one going to get inside and get a piece of Whitaker. He was looking for a piece of it, and it got a piece of him. So that will now put runners on the corners. And it will bring up Garcia here. Again, he is a, what do we want to call it, a September call-up here. Andrew, there we go. Couldn't remember the first name. So Andrew Garcia going to come in and see if he can do a little damage here with the bat. Still nobody out. Runners on the corners. Whitaker broke, and they're not even going to try and throw down. So Witt will move himself into scoring position. (1-0) pitch, and that one is going to be right down Main Street there. 1-1. And, ooh, big cut that time. Garcia trying to send that one back to Mabank over there. So 1-2. And I'm telling you, with that smooth stroke right there, he might send one to Mabank if he really gets a hold of one like that. Now we got a pitch that got away. Quaid going to break to the plate, slides in, able to get it. And how about this? Still chugging away as the throw got away. And Jackson Whitaker going to come in and score all the way from second base. So how about a little double paella?
Coming in hot. Yeah, home sweet home.
So put a couple more runs on the board. Mabank now with that 10-run lead. They're going to see if they can continue to build on it a little bit more here. Nobody on now. Garcia waits, and that one going to be around the eyes again. So 3-2 now. Payoff is going to lose him. So that will be a free pass awarded here. And that will now bring up the senior, Kason Schreier. Schreier was a punch-out victim last time he was up, but let's see what he can do in his second at-bat here. Another one of our current, or what am I trying to say, longtime viewers here is his dad, Mr. Chris. So, Chris, if you're out there, howdy to you, sir. Got a toss down to second that ended up not working out for Kemp. It's Mabank going to be able to move up another 90 feet here. Garcia getting the stolen base. So job just got a little bit easier here for Schreier. As he waits on the next pitch, and he is going to take a big swing. A little behind it that time. Coach McCrossan gives the call out there on the third base line. Let's see what the plan of attack is this time. Schreier digs back into the box here. He's going to show bunt now. And not able to get the barrel on it, but how about this as a throwaway for Kemp, and that will bring another run across the board.
Coming in hot! Yeah! Home sweet home!
So that will be run number 14 here for the Panthers. Schreier in the 2-1 count still. And that pitch going to be high and out of the zone. So, well, it was 2-1 before that pitch, but now after the balls, yeah, I think umpire got a little confused on that one. But hey, we all, trust me, as y'all have heard me, I make plenty of mistakes. 3-2 now. And next pitch going to be off of the ball, off of the zone as well. So no harm, no foul for Schreier, as he will find himself parked on first base. And it brings up Tucker Davis, Big Tuck here. Going to get another chance with the stick. He has been pretty good all night. Ooh, and he is going to rip the first pitch he sees towards short. First, and now throwaway. So it will be a fielder's choice, I guess you could say, officially. Here, let's see if I can angle that down a little bit. I know those lights are getting bright over here, y'all, so it's a little harder to see. I do apologize. But, as I said, that is one man gone. And actually, are they calling interference? Or no, excuse me. Schreier's just still waiting to see what the call is. There is some discussion going on here, as Davis is standing on second base. As again, the throw got away over to first, so they were trying to turn the double play, 6-4-3. But on the 4-3 part, got a little discombobulated, so Davis ended up on second base. And they're going to say he is good to stay there. So as it goes, now 2 gone in the inning, runner on second. Oh, wait. They're saying that Tucker's out as well, so I guess they're saying he interfered. Now, I was going to say, because it actually should have only been 1 out, but that makes sense. So they're saying Tucker is out, so that's now 2 gone in the inning. So, again, didn't get the full explanation on that, but we'll see if it comes back to haunt the Panthers here, as they're leading this one 14-3. First pitch, this is Cullen McFall up to bat. First thing he saw was a strike. Now time going to be given. The old 6'4" sophomore. The righty waiting on it here. Next pitch is going to be well off of the zone. We'll even things up at 1-1 now. Next pitch is going to be inside. He pretty much could have worn that one as a belt buckle right there, folks, but was able to get it out of the way. So a 2-1 pitch on the way now. And that one going to dot the zone for a strike. So Cullen down to 1 here. Mabank on their final out. And that one's going to be well high. So that will run the count now full. Let's see how aggressive McFall wants to be here on this. 3-2 pitch, and that one going to be well above the numbers, and that will be a free pass. So we'll now bring up Bryson Morris. Second time he's been to the plate tonight. First pitch is going to be a strike here to Bryson. Trying to extend this inning here is the senior. Next pitch, going to be in just about the same spot. Bryson saying it seemed like it was a little on the far side, but umpire disagrees, so 0-2 now. Next pitch is going to be well high. So that one was right at about the bill of the batting helmet there, so Culpepper going to need at least one more pitch to get out of the inning. Fires it, and he is going to need just the one pitch as Morris will go down on a swinging strikeout. So now after 5.5 innings, we will go to the bottom of the 6th right after this here on the Cedar Creek Media Network.
Your look matters, and around here, nobody does custom like Creative Genius Enterprises. From school pride to business branding, they make it local, they make it personal, and they make it last. We at Cedar Creek Media are proud to partner with Creative Genius as our official outfitters, and we can't wait for you to join us. Creative Genius Enterprises, Henderson County's home for custom made right. Give them a visit at 806 West Main Street in Gun Barrel City or call 903-288-2458. That's 903-288-2458.
Tired of rolling your trash can to the road and wondering if the big company's even going to show up? Sick of call centers, excuses, and price hikes from people who probably don't even know where Mabank is? Well, Neighborhood Sanitation is your solution, and they've been servicing Mabank and surrounding areas for over 40 years, priding themselves on being family-owned, local, and on time. From weekly cart service at your house to bigger bins and cleanup trailers for those spring cleaning binges, they've got you covered without the corporate nonsense. Make the switch today. Call Neighborhood Sanitation at 903-887-6711 and keep your trash local.
All right, well, back here to it. It's going to be the home half of the 6th here as Kemp going to need to scratch across at least 2 runs here to keep this game underway. First swing here is going to be a strike, and this is going to be number 1, Shoe, up to bat. Who's going to take another big swing, not able to make contact again. This is Quad Green for anybody that knows. Quade always gets announced as Quad. High popper here is going to be collected That is Rylan McFall over at second base, able to come up with the play. So that'll now be one gone in the inning. Panthers, if they're able to get 2 runs before Kemp, or excuse me, if they're able to get 2 outs before Kemp gets 2 runs, this one will be over. Now a just blow-by pitch there from Quaid, as Whiteley just couldn't quite catch up to that one. Next pitch is going to be hit way high up in the air, but well foul. It's been a while since we'd seen one over on the softball field, but that is exactly where that ended up. So now 0-2. Quaid going to be looking for the punch out here and is going to get it with a backwards K there, if I can find my thing. So at least one more chance for one of these.
He comes winding up on the hill. A breaker on the way. Look at that thing dance. Swings with the crutch. Oh, he missed it. He is corkscrewing down, and he's drilled himself into the dirt.
So punch out here, and we are right back into it, as that is a big swing and a miss there. This is number 21, Hawkins, up to bat, as he is going to take another strike here. So Kemp down to their final strike, and that one's going to be inside. So ball game will be extended by at least one pitch here. This is the junior Quaid Green trying to close out Kemp here in Kemp. Going to need at least one more pitch to do it here. Last one was on the inside, that one on the outside. Let's see if he can go right down the middle of those two. Both were located low, so let's see if he tries to change the hitter's eye level here, put something upstairs. That is exactly what he does, but it is going to be popped over, but Rylan McFall going to be able to range over towards second, make the squeeze. Jackets go down 1-2-3 here in the home half of the 6th, and Mabank ends up taking a 14-3 victory home after 6 innings of play. So it was a good game here tonight. Kemp, again, able to extend it out. It looked like it was going to be over after 5, but they were able to rally in the home half of the 5th, keep the game going, and unfortunately just weren't able to keep it going one more inning. But got to give a big hand to those guys. They were able to dig deep and find a little something there in that, again, bottom half of the 5th to keep this game rolling on. Well, Mabank will be hosting these Kemp Yellow Jackets on Thursday, so if y'all aren't doing anything, go pack the bank, and we'll see if we can get a clean sweep of these rival Yellow Jackets for the 2026 season. Well, we do appreciate you all being here. Again, final tonight from Mabank, 14-3. Mabank able to take this one, and we'll be back on Thursday or Friday. Not really positive. We'll have to see with the weather and everything if I can get that game in on Thursday. But if not, I'll be back for Kemp versus Mabank softball on Friday, again, as long as that stays in its same scheduled things. But y'all just kind of stick around the Facebook page. Y'all know me. I normally get things out pretty quickly. So y'all just keep checking back on social media. All right, so one final time, Mabank 14, Kemp